Hey everyone, and welcome. Today we are going to unlock the secret to having way more energy by diving into foods that have pretty much no carbs and no sugar. So if you're ready to stop feeling drained and actually start feeling vibrant, you're in the right place. We're about to show you how a few simple food swaps can be a total game changer. So let me just ask you, are you tired of feeling tired? You know that feeling, right? Running on fumes even when you think you got a full night's sleep? It is so common. And the material we're looking at today suggests that one of the biggest reasons why is hiding in plain sight, right there on our plates. So here's the problem in a nutshell. Basically, diets that are heavy in processed carbs and sugar they overwhelm your system. They can trigger inflammation, and they force your liver to work overtime, storing fat instead of burning it for energy. And that cycle, that's what's behind that constant low energy and that stubborn weight that just won't budge. Okay, so let's get into the solution. We're going to build a really powerful eating strategy, literally from the ground up. First, we'll talk about the protein and fat foundation. This is for your energy. Then we'll add in some amazing nutrient-dense veggies. After that, we got to cover the healthy fats and flavors that make it all taste great and actually stick. And then we'll wrap it all up with a super simple swap strategy. First up, the foundation. We're talking about the high-quality proteins and fats that are the literal building blocks for your body. These are the things that help you build muscle and, maybe more importantly, produce way more energy. These foods right here, they are the bedrock of a healthy metabolism. We're talking about high-quality stuff, like grass-fed red meat, pasture-raised eggs, wild-caught fish, and yeah, even real butter from grass-fed cows. Let's break down why each one of these is so incredibly powerful. First, let's talk about red meat. Now, the key here, and this is really important, is quality. Think grass-fed beef or lamb. These are just loaded with iron and vitamin B12 that your body can actually use, which is essential for building strong muscles, and, here's the kicker, telling your body to start burning its own stored fat for fuel. And get this, here's a super fascinating detail from the research. Grass-fed beef has this special compound in it called conjugated linoleic acid, or CLA for short. You can just think of it as a metabolic booster. It's a healthy fatty acid that actually helps your body get better at burning fat. How cool is that? Next up, the incredible edible egg. Seriously, it is a powerhouse. The protein in eggs just crushes those cravings and keeps you feeling full for hours. But the real magic might just be in the yolk. It's rich in something called choline, and that is a nutrient that gives your liver the direct support it needs to process and break down fat. And we absolutely have to talk about oily fish. Things like wild-caught salmon and sardines are packed with omega-3 fatty acids. Think of these as your body's own internal fire department. They actively work to cool down all that inflammation that's often caused by a diet high in sugar and processed junk. All right, so we've got our protein and fat foundation laid. Now, let's build on top of that with the right kinds of vegetables. The strategy here is really simple. We're swapping out all those empty, starchy carbs for nutrient-dense superfoods that are just packed with vitamins and minerals. And this right here is the strategy in action. It's so simple. Instead of filling your plate with potatoes, rice, or yams, you fill it with things like cauliflower, broccoli, and kale. It's such an easy swap, but it dramatically lowers your carb intake and just floods your body with all the good stuff it's been craving. Now, not all vegetables are created equal when we're talking about this. The research points to a few key groups that are just fantastic. Peppery leafy greens like arugula, those powerful cruciferous vegetables, gut-feeling fermented foods, and earthy mushrooms. Each one of these plays a really specific and beneficial role. So let's start with arugula. What's so special about it? Well, it's really rich in natural nitrates. And these compounds help your blood vessels relax, which improves blood flow all over your body. The result? You get a really noticeable energy boost, which is super helpful, especially when you're first cutting back on carbs. Then you've got your cruciferous veggies, broccoli, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts. They contain a compound called sulforaphane, which your liver absolutely loves. It uses it to help flush out toxins. It's like giving your body's own natural cleanup crew a serious power-up. And for anyone out there who deals with bloating, sound familiar? This is so key. Fermented foods like sauerkraut and kimchi introduce good bacteria, probiotics, into your gut. These tiny little helpers support a healthy digestive system and just make everything run a whole lot smoother. Okay, but let's be real for a second. For any way of eating to actually work long-term, it has to be delicious and it has to be satisfying, right? And that brings us to our final category, healthy fats and flavor. These are the things that make your meals enjoyable and keep you feeling full and happy. So here are the key players in this group. We've got avocados and extra virgin olive oil, of course. We've got some specific low-carb nuts, and we've got chia seeds. And please, let's not forget the incredible power of herbs and spices. These are not just garnishes, folks. They are essential for both flavor and for your health. I love this description from the source. Avocados and extra virgin olive oil are called liquid gold. And it's so true. They're packed with these amazing, healthy, monounsaturated fats that provide clean energy for your cells and help fight inflammation all throughout your body. Now, chia seeds are kind of like a secret weapon, especially when you're starting out. They have this unique, soluble fiber that forms a gel in your stomach. It sounds a little weird, I know. But it's amazing for keeping you feeling full. Plus, that same fiber feeds the good bacteria in your gut to make sure digestion stays nice and smooth. Need a quick snack? A small handful of low-carb nuts like macadamias, pecans, or Brazil nuts is absolutely perfect. They help keep your blood sugar levels nice and stable, keeping you on an even keel and making you way less likely to get hit with those cravings for junk food later. And finally, don't be shy with the herbs and spices. Fresh parsley, turmeric, cinnamon, these have zero carbs, but they are packed with powerful antioxidants. They provide some serious healing support for your liver, your pancreas, and your whole digestive system. So, we've covered the protein foundation, the best vegetables, and the healthy fats. So how do you actually put all of this into practice? Well, it's not about being perfect. It's all about a simple swap strategy. This quote from the source material just nails the whole idea perfectly. This isn't about restriction, it's about making smart substitutions. Every single time you swap a processed carb for one of these amazing whole foods we've been talking about, you're making it easier for your body to tap into its own fat stores for energy. So I'll just leave you with this question. Forget about trying to overhaul your entire diet overnight. Just think about one thing. Based on everything we've just talked about, what is one simple swap you can make in your very next meal to start this journey? Thanks so much for tuning in.